Alright, so here's the stock bars on the 08 V-Star 1300 Tourer, and I'm getting ready to pull these off and put on the new RSTD bars, or the Royal Star Touring Deluxe bars. So I'll get back to you when I start getting some stuff torn off. I took off my cell phone mount and my cup holder. Next step is this chrome bezel around here. So I've already loosened these two there and two down here on the side, on both sides. And then this just lifts and slides off, just like that. Now we can get to our clamps. And now, next step is to loosen up all of our cabling. And these Yamahas have these little clips on the back side of the bars holding everything. Those are pretty easy to get off of there. Right here on this little spot, I can stick my thumbnail in there and pry this piece up and pull that out. Not one-handed, I can't. But, or if your fingernails aren't strong enough to do that, you can use a flathead screwdriver, stick in there, pry this piece down. Oh, sorry. Just pry that down, and then that piece will slide out. Is our lever, and there's a screw right there. Loosen but don't remove. And the same thing right there. Holding those two pieces on, loosen them, and it will now rotate on there. That'll have to just slide off, and then remove this piece. There's two screws, one there and one there. Loosen and remove both of those, and then this piece will come off. Once we get everything off and everything's loosened, ready to come off, there's 3 set screws around this. So get those loosened or out. I took mine out, and this should be glued on, and from what I've seen, you should be able to just blast some air, pressurized air, down along this edge to break the glue seal inside and slide this off. However, mine was not coming off, so I had to use a little bit more force. So I got an extra block of wood and put in there with that up out of the way. Block of wood, and I tapped on it with a hammer there, brought it down to the bottom and tapped on it here until I finally got it broke loose a little bit, and then I just grabbed it with both hands and put all my body weight into it to finally get the thing to spin. And I heard a bunch of grinding, so I've been able to get it off. But this is why mine had such a problem coming off, because inside there is rusted all to crap and made it really difficult to get this one off. But it is off now, so now once I loosen the bars, I'll be able to slide this down and off of the bar. Alright, and then to disconnect all this and disconnect the throttle, we got 2 screws on the back side here, one here and one directly below. So unscrew and remove those. Come on, there we go. And that piece should come down, and now we can get to the cables themselves. There's 2 pieces that have to come out, right there and there. So the cable runs up underneath there and over the top there. So we just push those out and we can get our handle off. Alright, and I found the easiest way to get this off is to put a screwdriver flathead underneath here and lift this up to bring it through. See how that's lifting up through that seam in the black right there? Once you get the piece all the way up till it's here, you can just slide that right out. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. And pull it forward. Not easy to do one-handed. A little bit extra over. There we go. Just like that. And it slides out. And then do the same thing for this one down here. And when you get these both pulled out of there and loose, this can drop down out of your way a little bit and loose. And this should just slip right off, just like that. That can come back here and out of your way. Everything else is loose. So you should be able to pull out these screws here, and all of this will come down. See, I've got that loosened there. I just can't get it out one-handed. There we go. And there it goes. And that, people, is why you put a towel down to protect your paint. And it probably wasn't so smart of me doing that one-handed, but hey. And that was stuck on. So now got a clean bar all the way here, so I'll just have to remove my clips and put those into the new bar. I've got that side loosened where it's ready to slide off. So now I am ready to loosen up here and remove the bar. And now we've got the bottom two are pulled out, top two are pulled out. So now we just have to remove these and pull the bar up and out. And it took me just a half second to realize that once everything's loosened, that these don't come off straight back. They come off by sliding sideways. Again, hard to do one-handed. So I'm going to rotate the bar up just a little bit, hold it with my leg, and then I can pull that out and pull that out. Now the bar is completely free and loose. So I'm going to set this stuff down, and then I will be ready to slide this off the end of the bar, and we'll have the bars completely off. There is the difference with the RSTD bar. RSTD bar is the top one. The one with the clips is stock. So we've got considerably more pullback back there, and from down here lower, you can see that it is got much less angle on the bend. Move that. So instead of it pointing down, it's going to point more back than down. So excited. We've got this slid back on, which was a royal pain in the butt. It took two people with 4 hands to pry this open. The screw's already as loose as it's going to go, so we had to pry this open just a little bit to get it over the end of the bar. So it's on there loose. Got the bar back on. Tighten these bottom ones first, as far as they'll go, then start the tops. Not my personal advice, that's the advice I was given to from the Yamaha dealer mechanic, was to tighten the bottoms first, then the tops. Sit on it before you tighten the tops and get your bars right where you like them, and then hold it in place while you tighten these if you're by yourself, or have the second person tighten them while you're holding them where you want them. And now I can go about putting our controls back on and the grips on both sides, and then we'll be ready to go. Alright, and we are done. New bars are on, new grips are on. Cup holder back on, phone mount back on. Everything is back on test road, and oh my gosh, does that make a world of difference.